r/datingoverforty. Strex says, what kind of pictures are women looking for? Ladies, on old profiles, what kind of pictures are you looking for? Obviously shirtless selfies in the bathroom or gym are out. Do you like to see solo pictures, close-ups, body shots, pictures with friends or family? Genuinely curious. 43 meters athletic dad bod, yet kidless. Camille Tots says, no, bathroom selfies, shirtless or otherwise. They're always the saddest bathrooms too. No fish, no cars, no motorcycles, no crotch or near crotch shots. This Riveris Wild 70 says, wait, no fish? How do I show that I can provide for you? Camille Tots says, I caught you a delicious base. OK Offer 626 says, I like a genuine smile. That almost always attracts me. Miss Mira says, I love profiles with humor. Maybe have a friend take a pic of you at the store holding a package of salmon fillets with the same intensity as the fisher folk. Take a jab at all the pics women hate. One don't take a selfie slumped on the couch with the curtains closed. I have seen too many of these, and it gives serial killer. Boolean Search Xordy says, there should be at least one photo without sunglasses and without a hat, and he should not be scowling. Lisanne says, nothing where you just edited your ex out, nothing were children, the worst are in the bathroom with an open toilet behind them. I dislike dead animals, maybe some women get off on the OMG he is a provider thing. Don't know. Don't take pics with booze or joints. I've seen men in really messy rooms, in boxer shorts with holes in them in front of mirrors. Just take a few decent pictures of your dressed body and face, not from the under the nose, and you will be ahead of a lot of other men. Easton U says, I'd like to see at least one close-up of his face plus one full body shot. Don't care for group photos, family reunion pics with kids/grandbabies/exes with their face blacked out. I specifically find photos with their children a huge turn-off. Also not super into photos with pets, holding a fish and so on, that's overused emo and boring. Shirtless pics are fine, if it fits the context of sport or physical activity. That's hot. Include some photos of you doing an interesting, uncommon hobby or a physical activity and you have my interest. I swiped right on profiles, where the guys had put photos of themselves painting and woodcarving. r/datingoverforty. Malinstinct says, GFS male friend a little creepy. We've been dating 6 months, mostly good times with great sex often. She has a male best friend that she met on a dating app 3 years ago, slept with once then only wanted to be friends after that. She won't specify what went wrong, and even though I'm dying of curiosity I've been respectful of her privacy. As friends, they have a history of going on road trips together, hanging out, going to concerts, and he is part of her social circle. As I found out has even dated at least one other woman from her circle. He's what I would call affable, disarming and very comfortable socially. He is a presence in her life, knows and gets invited to dinner with her adult children. I do not have that status, and I'm a little jealous but patient about that. I actually enjoy talking with him, having socialized several times. I don't feel threatened or intimidated by him, just a little bemused. Last weekend while a group of us, her circle, were out seeing a band, he bragged to me about sleeping with another member of the group's ex-wife. I immediately wondered to myself if he makes similar brags about having slept with my girlfriend. Seems a little creepy to me either way. Is this a petty concern? Should I tell my GF about this, or just let it go along with all the other things I could choose to be insecure about? There might be more to the story that my GF could fill me in on. Jojo 1979 says, ask her if she is aware that her best friend is an asshole. Rudeg 6204 says, yay, snake. In your group. First major fight with your GF, he will be visiting her with a bottle of wine. Quixie says, I broke it off with a past girlfriend because of the number of exes she seemed to keep in her orbit as friends. No thanks, even if it's totally innocuous. Anuba Jinning now says, 6 months in, I think it's reasonable for her to tell you why it didn't work out with him. You tell these little things to a partner to put them at ease. Otherwise, if they are just friends, it's her business. If she wants a friend that makes these kinds of remarks. Is your girlfriend private as a whole, or only about this one subject? Apprehensive You in 9187 says, if they had a friendship since childhood or school, I wouldn't have any off feelings. This for me would be rough to handle. But we are all different. Tea Time 9665 says, bro, her GF is friends with a dude she meet on a dating app and fked before. You been dating 6 months and haven't had dinner with her adult children? But during this time he has. Are you sure you aren't the side piece? Also, he absolutely is bragging and SHT talking about fking your girl before. Huge Wish 1059 says, gets invited to dinner by who? According Virus 40 to 29 says, damn, sounds like my ex's situation, even down to the dude going to dinner with her adult kids. She wound up cheating with him just to make sure there was nothing there. I keep my past in the past. Yao Never Shouldered says, don't worry about why it didn't work out. She probably just wasn't that into him. She's your GF and hopefully you trust her. When you're having some pillow talk, it would be perfectly natural to tell her what he said about the ex-wife. You don't have secrets from each other after all. r/datingoverforty. Inside Walrus 7043 says, not looking for a relationship. I'm a SWM in my late 50s, and I have a question for the women here. I enjoy spending time with female friends, but am not interested in dating or long-term relationships. I was married many years ago and have some grown kids, but the idea of pairing up again doesn't interest me. I'm conscious that women may think I'm interested in a relationship if I suggest getting together for some activity. As a result, I sometimes find myself hesitating to call a friend because I don't want to give them the wrong idea. All my women friends have known me for years and I haven't hit on any of them in that time. Regardless, I still find myself conscious of how an invite for a movie, walk, dinner, etc. could be interpreted in a different way. I appreciate I may be a bit different in this regard. Men are often portrayed as constantly being on the prowl, but it's really the last thing on my mind. I generally find I enjoy the company of women more than men for various reasons. So, I'm a bit curious about how my lifestyle might be viewed by women. Jezebel BL says, friends understand platonic. I have a few very good male platonic friends. We go out platonically and share good times without a hint of romance. Are you possibly giving signals that represent something other than platonic? Lupin says, if you were my friend and we'd been platonic in the past, I'd assume you had only platonic intentions, unless you told me you wanted more, or your behavior changed. Stakandroning from 2 says, as a woman, I would have loved this. I kept trying to figure out how to ask a guy friend to hang out platonically and never managed to. I would just say some variation of what you wrote here. I'm not asking you in a romantic way, but I often wish I had someone to do things with, and I like your company. Would you want to go for a walk with me? Or movie, etc. Just say the weird thing you feel uncomfortable saying, and let there be 2 less lonely people in the world for a few hours. Ouroboros Wriggles says, to clarify, when you invite women out, is it platonic, or are you looking for casual sex? Comfortable Cow 7022 says, the idea that men and women can't be friends is more prevalent in some places than others, but isn't universal. As with most things, if you are comfortable with what you're doing, and your friends are comfortable with the situation, What does it matter what anyone else thinks? Especially if your female friends know you well, there's no reason to believe they would get the wrong idea if you're just acting your usual normal friendly way. My 3 Chickens says, I matched with a man 5 years ago and we are great friends. We go out to dinner, enjoy a mutual hobby, see movies once a week or so. He is older than I'm by a decade, never married and loves his freedom and alone time. Just be clear very on, as in early messaging, that you are looking for friendship and good company, not a romantic connection. As FWB says, I would love to have more male friends. I appreciate their perspective, the energy, or lack of, they bring with them, and the overall experience. A lot of us would be delighted to be approached by someone with your intentions. This week, I had a death in the family and my online male friends checked in on me daily. It's heartwarming. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.